actually did very, very well last season on Consulate. So we'll see how it does go down. What do you think about operator bans here?
Critter bands, for me, I'd personally pick Blackbeard.
I
Just
think
because of the
Soniqs have
face shield.
banned Nomad and Echo every single time they played Consulate.
Too, yeah. So Disrupt will be the first people to ban things out. Actually, a Jackal will get banned out. That's one thing I forgot, actually. Not too uncommon for Disrupt to ban it because just the roam potential that they like to do.
They banned it against Vicious as well. I think a lot of CL teams will just ban out the same op bans. And yeah, so I think we are going to see just the same up bans go down. So Soniqs are going to the Echo. I think Disrupt might ban the Mirror because we did see like kind of a sometimes a mirror strategy coming out from Soniqs. I don't know, like, because Disrupt banned Echo last time they played Consulate.
So that'll be one of their bans going away. So Jackal, Nomad, Echo, and Maestro. So two big intel operators. So that leaves Valkyrie on the board. And Valkyrie, I've mentioned this before and I'll say it again, that Consulate is Valkyrie's playground. Just so many opportunities to place those black eye cameras. It really leaves a lot of room and creativity to kind of utilize that intel that she has. So right away, we'll be having a Valkyrie come out from Yeti. So
yeah, the Valkyrie is definitely very, very powerful here indeed. And we'll see exactly how that is going to go down. We'll see a console office and meeting room defense coming through. As yeah, we're not actually going to see any 6th picks coming through. I think pretty much everyone's happy with this, and Soniqs running almost the same roster they did last time. But no, Super is going to 6th pick from the Ashe onto the IQ. Last time they had Super was running Ashe like pretty much every single round last time that they played. So I would expect to see that kind of same situation for him. He doesn't exactly play Ashe entry, but he like plays Ashe like yellow stairs take. With the lineup that they have, I would expect it to be a console take, mostly because of the Capital.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
yeah, the Capital coming out for Soniqs. Avian's been really well, so far on Capital. One thing I'll also to notice is that Goddess is taking the Thermite instead of the Hibana for an upstairs push, but I think that's because they would probably expect for Disrupt to go downstairs. So
maybe I think the Thermite can actually be useful for a console thing. You see where the pre-placed drones are, and the way in which Soniqs played this last time was very, very, very much onto that console side push. You have control of yellow stairs. The Thermite can actually be pretty useful for just getting quickly into the site. But yeah, you are right. Hibana is usually the play. Maybe Soniqs were expecting a downstairs take, but Soniqs tend to be the team that just take the same lineup no matter where they're going.
first 30 seconds already, the opening door, the front door will be opened on up. Ghost will be posted up outside at the bottom of yellow stairs. Not too sure exactly where Reed is going to be playing, but Neptunes will already be repelled outside of the bathroom window.
Activating drone. Launching drone.
Yeah, so we will go through now. Those drones are going to be starting to come through, and Fades is just going to be pulsing out from below and just giving plenty of information out to his team to see where they are going to be coming from. There's still quite a lot of roam presence coming out from the show, which is kind of a weird way to play this top floor, but of course having that pulse, very, very useful.
Bates has been spotted out downstairs from a drone, so Neptunes and Ghosts will start to make their ascent yellow stairs while Super try to hunt down Spades. Spades is playing solo downstairs. Not too sure, but half the round is already gone. Not too much action. And right as I say that, Ghost takes down Modega on top of the yellow stairs. So that'll give them a ton of control. Neptunes takes down Spades. That's the pulse that was being hunted down over by Spiral. Yet again, Ghost takes down another. That's Reed dead in the first 20 seconds of the second minute. Yet he's going to take down Neptunes inside a piano.
Not a whole lot of control here, and that's kind of a whiff nitro from Yeti. Sneaks out, but no, he gets Ghost! Oh my god, what a kill from Yeti! As he moves all the way, he has yellow stairs control. This is starting to fall apart for Soniqs at the seams. There's still a 3v2, however. They have man advantage, they have plenty of utility and plenty of time to work with. Avian getting ready for his execute. Smokes are going to go down. Smokes go down in return from Evil Waffle to try and stop any push going down. Goddess managed to get all the way in here, tries to go for the plant, but Yeti won't let it have it just yet. As Yeti moves all the way in with a deagle, he's going to try to deny the climb, but no, Avian will save her from certain doom. It's going to be all down to Evil Waffle in a 3v1 clutch situation, but he can't find it. Super will take him down, and Soniqs will take round number 1.
A very quickly paced round coming out from Soniqs, finding 3 members in the span of about 15 seconds. I'm not exactly too sure how Modiga lost control of the yellow stairs. Well, obviously it was due to Ghost killing him, but I'm not too sure what angle he was kind of holding, if maybe kind of wide peeked at the wrong time. The fact that he was getting pit pressured, and maybe Ghost just had the better aim and reactions, able to take down Modiga. So we'll be heading back upstairs into console office. This time we'll be seeing a Kaed instead of a Doc.
I'm not sure what to think of this. I'm wondering what the strategy is here. Like, the Kaed's kind of a weird pick here, right? Like, you don't see it too much on this upstairs. Super is going to bring Thatcher. I'm assuming because he sees the Kaed there.
Most likely. But you also... No, you don't have an IQ actually coming out this time around, so...
No, Super was the one
playing IQ. Yeah, I just remembered. So...
I'm really interested to see what happens here. Because, like, the castle strategy only tends to be one that's prevalent when there is a mirror on the board. No mirror being brought out. What are they going to castle? I'm interested. I think they're maybe going to do, like, a downstairs hole, but no, yes, so he's going to castle the yellow stairs.
I don't know exactly how many other panels he has left in his pocket. I think he has 2 more after putting that one down on the yellow stairs window. So...
Hope he's gone down. Okay, so he is going to hold downstairs. So it isn't like a downstairs one. Like, I think this is mostly just playing around yellow because he's castled that window, so there is no sight line from outside piano onto yellow stairs, right? Like, you can't pick someone up on the cross. So they should give Romans a little bit of a better advantage. I think that's really good adaptation coming out from Disrupt to bring the castle here.
Also, with Yeti playing over by benches, he'll be able to provide some kind of crossfire over at those yellow stairs, so the ADSs will be burned off by the flashbangs coming out from Avian. Neptunes will start to get to work above on the skylight. So with Spades switching off of the pulse over to the Valkyrie now, trading it out with Yeti. Yeti's not careful, he could find death pretty soon.
Oh, well, yes, he's still going to be playing around benches and back into lobby as well. He's playing a pretty aggressive position here, but he's in a pretty safe spot still. Benches windows aren't open, of course, but drones are going to go ahead of Ghost, see what he can do here. The Spade still playing below. Ghost slowly going to creep up into yellow. Yeti is waiting for him here. He sees him, tries to keep him down, but no, cannot connect the shots. Ghost is going to lay shots into him. No, looking too good. Well, Yeti going to rotate off. Let's see what he can do, as Ghost still now has control of yellow, but Spade's going to come in from below. Still has a nitro available for himself. Ghost seems to be very, very aware of that situation down below, but oh, this is really an ulti give for Spades right now.
Spades is in a pretty okay spot right now, considering that he hasn't been compromised from the drones. Minute 20 left to play, but Neptune's really only opening up one portion of the shotgun, but Modiga getting an early frag onto Ghost. Meanwhile, Neptune's trades it right back on out. Reed, pretty not good position, but Avian getting the frag onto Reed, and Neptune's will fall to Yeti. Spades finds another onto Goddess Diffuser down. A minute left to play. It's all up to Super and Avian now.
That was a really bad position from Reed, but a lot of roof frags do come down, and losing Neptunes means you lose that yellow stairs control, but there's plenty of time left, and there's plenty of utility left remaining as well from Soniqs, as Super still trying to play outside yellow, stop anyone running out. I think this is going to have to be like a solo play from Avian to try and get this bomb down, but there is a nitro below still from Spades. Super's going to have to eliminate him to try and bring it into a 2v2. And Spades still playing pretty passively around the piano. The free fights are going to come down from Super. Not going to be able to get the kill just yet. The repel's coming out from Avian to try and work with him, but they're running desperately out of time. They're wasting so much time trying to pick him. As pistol comes out, finally Spades goes down. This man needs to get straight into sight right now. As Spades is down, but no, smokes are going to come out. Super from the yellow says takes down Evil Waffle, but instantly shot by Yeti. It's a 1v1. All down to Avian, but the pre-fires from Yeti with a 1v2 clutch. Disrupt Gaming take round number 2. Really well done from Yeti.
I was going to make a comment saying that They're wasting so much time just trying to take down Spades. Granted, Spades has an extra cell to work with, but that really came down really close to the wire.
I think
And
just with the way that they were trying to attack that site, you don't have enough time to do a rotate at that point. You have to go for the console push. It means they have to kill Spades. But I think they were, maybe thinking they could do that quicker than they would. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with the play, but I see what you mean. You're running out of time at that point. You really need to just kill this man, just get up there as quickly as possible. But it really, really came down to the wire. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them too well. Super got his kills right at the end there, but unfortunately didn't manage to come through. So, going through into round number 3, clearly this is going to be a very close matchup.
With the mirror coming out, we're most likely going to be seeing a bathroom mirror coming out from Reed, as he'll be reinforcing that single wall. So, right off the top of this, bathroom mirror is going to be coming out, and the second mirror placed downstairs inside of the office. So, with the mute on Yeti, Yeti will most likely be the one playing inside a bathroom. We'll have Reed downstairs in the office. Modigga will be on a maybe a close by near roam to Yeti, maybe playing above upstairs inside a console. Really depends on how the roam comes out, but actually Reed will place a soft mirror inside of the cafeteria in between the black car and the white van. Yeah.
So,
moving on through.
Yeah. Into round number 3, what do you think about the setup so far? The mirror is kind of like a default play here, right? I kind of would have expected a Kayed, honestly.
Yeah, me too. But given that Yeti might be playing inside the bathroom, what it looked like, given that they reinforced the single panel, both mirrors will actually be played out downstairs. So it'll be on the soft wall in the cafeteria and on the single wall inside of the office. Meanwhile, Neptune's Ghost will be moving on through to console. Modigga will be playing upstairs with the Yeti inside of connector. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
There you go. That's how it works. But it's going to be top floor roam clear coming out from Soniqs to try and just get control of the map and slowly push the roamers out. But Spades with a beautiful nitro coming out. Neptune's goes down. The top fragger coming out from Soniqs already out of it. But Avian instantly trades it back. There goes Yeti. That's already on mute off the table. But losing your book that early on, that is devastating coming out from Soniqs.
A really huge impact factor to come out from Spades. One that's a lot of soft destruction that gives you a lot of breathing room to hold down the garage now, given that the only 2 soft breachers will be with Super and Ghost. That really limits your options on what you want to open up inside of Piano. Half the round left to go. Modigga will be posted up on the spiral stairs. Well, Soniqs are going to have to try to formulate and adapt their attack strategy.
Yeah, he definitely has going to. So, Spades moving through onto Spiral to see what he can do, but Ghost will tell us still under his control, as Super going to try and move up where he can to try and get control. But there's so much info coming out from this pulse right now, and yeah, Modigga just peeks off it instantly. Super goes down, and now it's a 4v3, looking really good from Disrupt right now. They have the control that they still need, but Soniqs slowly working away. 50 seconds left to go on the clock, and we're now just seeing the push coming into Garage. Goddess gets all the way in, could go for a plant right now, tries to get the entry but is denied. Evil Waffle takes her down, but Ghost instantly trades it out. Mo goes down, Avian is injured as well as Reed picks him up, and now to 1v3s. All down to Ghost, and a 1v2 actually, because one is actually down. Ghost confirms the kill, but can't find it. Spades takes it down, and Disrupt Gaming will take round number 3. Much better defense from them.
Very great round coming out from Disrupt. It all started with that early pick coming out from Spades onto the Buck with that Nitro cell. A really great teamwork and coordination coming out from both Spades and Modigga, yet Spades sitting inside of the teller's office, pulsing on out directly on the opposite side of Super. So pretty much Modigga just had wall hacks, giving the information that he was crouched. Modigga just easily coming around for a pre-fire, landing the head onto Super. And that puts Disrupt in a 2-1 lead, moving on into the 4th round.
So, moving into a lobby press room defense, we'll see a Kaya 6-bit coming out from Yeti, as IQ again coming out from Super. I'm going to guess because he saw the Valkyrie?
I believe so. The Valkyrie will not be picked out. Instead, it will be and also more like the Kaed. So, not too bad of a pick. The IQ can still see where those electro claws will be positioned. So, I'm assuming that they're going to be reinforcing the hatches up above, or maybe electroclawing the shield. So, a bit interesting to see how Disrupt will utilize the Kaed in this bomb site.
I'm imagining they're gonna try and use it the same way they tried to use it when they had an upstairs defense, right? Where they have this kind of like aggressive hold around yellow and just try and deny that wall, and this aggressive hold onto projector wall and try and hold it there as well. There's no Yeti. Not bringing the ACOG. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, one thing I want to point out also, Yeti recently switched over to 4-3, so that wider aspect ratio kind of gives him a bit of an ACOG scope. So he does have the 4-4 mag on his back pocket, so he still has an ACOG to work with. But oh, Yeti! Oh, Yeti!
Oh!
Big up to Neptunes with a one tap. A very, very insane frag coming out from Yeti. Oh my god!
See ya, Nep. No longer the window player. As he will
longer
go
the
down
window.
instantly. Yeah, 4v5
Wow.
situation. That again, Neptune's down instantly, and he's been just fragging out of his mind this season for Soniqs. But him going down that early, and especially on a map like Consulate, that is not good at all.
Not at all, especially given that Nep's been the opening death 2 rounds in a row.
I'm reloading.
2 rounds in a row that he's been the opening death.
Yeah, that's devastating. It's really going to be annoying for him as well. But Ghost's going to try and peek it out. Almost goes down, but not quite yet. Yeti still trying to peek him out as he waffles, popping some pretty early smokes coming out. So we'll see how it is going to go through. But there we go. Super does get that entry pick onto Spades. Nitro off the board. Nitro off the board. Ooh.
A Ghost making a move up onto long desk now, trying to sneak his way around. If Yeti's not careful, I think Ghost will be able to find it, but he'll elect to rotate on through back to admin. Yeti sees the legs coming out from Ghost with a minute 20 left to play. Ghost is still solo upstairs. Looking really bad, but Avian will be on the rappel by the karaoke balcony.
Yeah, well, yes, he's still playing around onto connector, see what he can do, but it was like Soniqs are just about getting ready to set up for their execute. They have Avian again on the Capital, just waiting where he can. There's Ghost on the Zofia, just trying to push up and desperately trying to find this kill onto Yeti, who's still holding down with his 4 Magnum. He's been pretty devastating with it so far, and yeah, I really wouldn't want to challenge him either. I think they just want to put Zofia charges in here to try and push him out, but Yeti's still holding down very well. Zofia charges are going to go out to try and confirm Projector, but Evil Waffle peeks out. He takes down Goddess, and that's the planter down. And the diffuse is down all the way into sight. Does get recovered by Soniqs, and Avian is going to try and plant it down. Ghost gets that entry onto Yeti, but Evil Waffle strikes back. He gets his second kill, but instantly traded out. But Modigo and Reed clean up things for Disrupt. They both get kills of their own, and round number 4 goes their way.
A very great round coming out from Soniqs, and once again, the early pick coming out from Yeti onto Neptunes is really, really hurting the Soniqs. I mean, rounds in a row, they've managed to win it just by taking out Neptunes, and if that doesn't speak that Neptunes is an absolute, is a standout fragger for the Soniqs, I don't know what will, but a very great round coming out from Disrupt. They managed to lock down the lobby. Their 5th round of defense, they'll be moving back upstairs into the console office and meeting room.
So, round number 5 getting underway, and we'll see exactly how it's going to go down. It's going to be a console office and a meeting room defense coming out from Disrupt, and we'll see the Capcan coming out. It's going to be Goddess on the Blackbeard. I like this.
I do too. We don't really see Goddess playing a whole lot of Blackbeard, given that she mostly plays Hard Breach. But I think she's had enough, and the Soniqs really need to find their footing. So with the Blackbeard on an upstairs hold, not too surprising.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen the Thermite be that useful. You might want to argue as well, she could have gone Habana and they could have gone with backside tank instead. But, yeah. This could work out very well. I mean, you're doing a console tank, right? You need smokes. Blackbeard's really, really good for the window playing. Is Goddess a better window player than Net? I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
I mean, Nep hasn't actually done too well in the windows today, well, in this matchup, so we'll see how it goes down.
So starting off onto the action phase now, things really haven't been looking good for Soniqs, and really great adaptations have been coming out from Disrupt being in a 3-1 lead right now. Granted, it's a defender-sided meta, as we've said multiple times throughout this entire season, but the Soniqs really haven't let that deter them all that much. They've managed to win attack rounds through and through, but the early picks that come out onto the map has been really hurting Soniqs.
Yeah, so round of 5 getting underway, but Yeti below with a Nitro could be very, very good roam potential. Is he going to try and find this gunfight again? Ghost is even looking at him! Oh no! Oh, that is devastating, and that lack of intel coming out is going to cost Ghost his life. Yeti again with an opening kill. He's just fragging out of his mind today. Yeti, he's got to be that long hair. And he's going for another kill, but no, Super shuts him down. Oh, 1 HP in a dream. It's the Ash main. Oh my god.
Wow, I don't know how Yeti managed to lose that gunfight, but either way, Neptunes will also fall. Neptune's having a really bad start to this matchup. This is not what the Soniqs really need right now to move on. But moving on to the second half of the round, I think that's going to be Avian outside of the yellow stairs window droning. So if Modigga were to time this right, actually find a frag for himself, but I think there's going to be a Claymore outside that window, to say the least. So Avian will now move on through. The yellow taking out the Valkyrie cam. That'll be Spades posted up inside of Garage.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this is still looking pretty winnable for Soniqs. I mean, we still have the Blackbird up, and we still have... like, the only things you really need to make it execute here are the Capitao and the Blackbird. And you still have both of those operators, so it's still absolutely fine. Even if it was a 2v5 right now, we still have Super, who's playing around Visa. Super tends to be the player who's, like, on that flank kind of area. And he's, like, cutting everything half. But Super does pick Evil Waffle, but Avian does go down before he can redeploy all of his utilities. Super making his way into long distance, what he can do. Goddess runs all the way through the site. And is now in projector to try and go for the plant. Super takes down Modigga, and it's going to be now all down to Spades. In a close situation, 1v2, but after Nitro deny the plant, he's going to have to try and make his way up Spiral on one of the 3 staircases. Spades is going to choose Spiral, it looks like. Reloads his Deagle, but Super's waiting there for him. He'll take him down. Soniqs take round number 5.
That round looked to go all in the favor of Disrupt right up until Super just absolutely had enough. Got 2 really big impact frags down Reed and Modigga. Blackbeard of Goddess on the B windows. Just actually it was Goddess that took down Reed, but either way, the Soniqs managed to turn a 3v4 into something sweet, which is a W. So into their final attack round. Really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's some pretty good adaptation coming out right now from Soniqs, honestly. I wouldn't be too surprised to see another Blackbeard pick coming out from Soniqs. No, it's going to be Nep with a 6 pick onto IQ. That's fair, honestly. Just because, like, the info game has been pretty good from Disrupt so far on the defense, and Yeti's been able to abuse it quite well.
Yeah. So last round for defense for Disrupt, and the last round of attack for the Soniqs. Disrupt's currently at a 3-2 scoreline. If they manage to win this next round, the way that they've been playing, 4-2 split, I think that this map could go in their favor, and they'll walk away with 6 points at the end.
Yeah. Where did that bullet just go down? Oh, on the connector wall, I'm gonna guess. So, it's got to be a console take still. It's got to be like the same take coming out from Soniqs again. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't ever gone for an admin take, simply because like last season, and also the last time we saw them on Consular against our bad, they were constantly doing admin takes with like Arbada. They haven't done that at all yet.
No, they've kept it Thermite. One thing why I think Hibana's a lot better on this bomb site is just because she's able to breach from a distance. And it's really tough to get those Hibana pellets off of the wall as a defender without exposing yourself to a potential peek. Spades and Yeti will be on a duo roam downstairs. Modiga going to be taking control of yellow. Meanwhile, Ghost will find his way on in alongside Neptune's side of admin.
Very aggressive playstyle again coming out from the strips. Really, really heavy early roam presence coming out from them. I mean, it works because they banned the Jackal, right? So, I mean, that's good. And also the Nomad's off the board, so that makes it even easier to go through. Yeah, round number 6 looking, I would say, pretty good for Disrupt. I would say, just like considering how things have gone down for them so far. I'm not sure how this adaptation is going to work out for Soniqs, honestly.
No, but I think Neptune has just probably spotted someone. I think that's going to be Yeti on cam, so Neptune's picks up on that Q that was 16 meters away from him inside the cafeteria. But oh, Spade's getting really cheeky, prepping a C4, but he'll elect to not toss it up. If he tossed it up, that would have been a really big frag to take down Nep. But he'll move on through over to Spiral. Move back over to Visa.
Ghost is going to be coming all the way above. Oh, Spades from below with a beautiful Nitro. It's going to be Ghost off the board. Sophia already going down so early on, and Spades has managed to come all the way back up to the top of Spiral. This is really starting to fall apart, and this balcony push, without Ghost being in position where he could have been on long desk, I don't think it's going to work out very well at all. But drones are going to start to come out from Soniqs. Let's see what the situation is and see maybe if they want to rotate, but it's really too little too late for that situation. But Modiga going to run it out, and he does take down Super. Now it's a 3v5 situation. Capitals are going to go down. They're going to try and go for the execute regardless, but Spades moves up and he takes down Nep, and now Goddess is going to try and go for the plant. Even go for the cover, and Spades holding down, but yeah, he finds Goddess, takes it down. And it's going to be all down to Avian in 1v5. Can't find it. Spades with so many kills on the board. And it's going to bring it in for Disrupt for that round and move into a 4-2 scoreline into the second half.
That's a 4K for Spades coming out and very well executed and really great teamwork for Disrupt to feed the info that Spades needed to move on through. Really great timing as well when he moved in from Spiral over to long desk. Just the timing when with Neptune's deep over to console. The timing with his peak, absolutely phenomenal teamwork, and that puts Disrupt at a 4-2 split. They're only 3 rounds away from putting another 3 points in their pocket.
Now, only a few rounds away, of course, and I still feel like with the way that the bans went with a Jackal and a Nomad, with how Disrupt play, this has been pretty defender-sided. So a 4-2 split is kind of what I was expecting here. Twitch coming out is interesting.
Well, there's a mirror, so
there is, right? Like the mirror
that
isn't like it's not like a hard, like maybe on a map like Oregon or Club it is, or like Border. I don't think on Contra it's that kind of like a hard cancel. I think Space is taking the Twitch for the frag, honestly.
Mostly, yeah. I mean, he's really been feeling himself. We could just put the scoreboard real quick after the first half. We can talk about how absolutely it's been so wow. Spades with 8, Yeti with 7, Modiga with 5. Meanwhile, on the Sonic side of things, Super with 7 and Ghost with 6, Avian with 4. So Disrupt sitting Neptune's down, fragging him out every single round, shutting him down to 2 frags. That's a really big boost to how Disrupt plays. Also takes down a lot of fragging potential. So really big props to Disrupt for being able to take down Neptune's early on and limit the fragging power that he's known for.
Yeah, it could do. Those drones are going to be coming out, of course, from Disrupt and seeing what kind of control they do have. As Avian to be holding down onto yellow stairs, making sure that no one can push up there. This tight angle all the way from anti-chambers. Modiga moves all the way up, but doesn't get the frag entry in just yet. Avian holding down, but he does get that entry. Evil Waffle goes down, and that's the thermite off the board so early on. That is a massive pick coming out from Soniqs, but Modiga is in the sight. Reed takes down Ghost and evens it out into 4v4.
Loading mag.
First minute gone, Ghost and Evil Waffle have fallen. Unfortunately, Evil Waffle had the diffuser in hand, but Modiga's going to fall to Avian and sitting inside a bathroom. That improves the chances now for Soniqs, despite the fact that Modiga was sitting inside for practically, I think, what, 30 seconds? Meanwhile, Yeti moving on into the bug. I think he saw the barrel sticking out of Avian. Moves on through now into the bathroom from Andy Chaber. Avian's going to take off the head of Yeti. And Soniqs increasing their chances of winning out this round at a 4-2 split.
4-2 split 4v2. Not looking too good for Disrupt all of a sudden, despite early control given to them. We'll see how it is going to go through. So, Nep is going to get healed here? Oh no,
he moved.
Oh no, that's unlucky. Yeah, Avian's still going to be crawling around on the floor here, but Spades does pick up Neptunes and slightly moves things more into the favor of Disrupt. But it is still a 3v2. Man advantage is with Soniqs, but Reed does even it out. There goes Avian, and it's down to Super and Goddess to clutch it out. Goddess still has upstairs control, of course, so it still looks pretty good for Soniqs in terms of control. But Reed is in the site now in Piano. He's holding it down where he can. Super managed to rotate all the way down below. He does still have an Edge Cell available to himself to deny the plant if need be. He's going to slowly crawl up the yellow stairs. It looks like Spades still not really aware of where these roamers are, and they're starting to run out of time. They really got to start to do the work. They've really got to start to find these roamers, and they need to start to go for their execute. They don't have control of the diffuser just yet. Still very wary about where these roamers could be. Goddess trying to reposition herself, but no. Spades does recover the diffuser. And trying to go for the plant down onto Piano. Goddess still unaware where this plant is going to go down, but it looks like it is going to start to go down nonetheless. Super is not in position to deny with the nitro below, and Spades is going to get it down successfully. That's a disaster. Goddess puts around, but no, gets put down. Reed takes it down. It's all down to Super in a 1v2 clutch situation. Pushes all the way up into Piano. Just as a nitro into the bathroom, doesn't connect just yet, unfortunately. Spades and Reed still holding down where they can. Super pushing all the way through. Does find one. There goes Reed, but Spades instantly there to trade it through. Disrupt Gaming will take their very first attack.
That was another 3K coming out from Spades. An absolute monstrous performance. Really great trades coming out from Disrupt. That puts them up now at a 5-2 split right now. Moving on into round number 8. So Disrupt needing 2 more wins to move on through with another W.
So, moving into round number 8 is a 5-2 advantage for Disrupt right now. I feel like things are just going so well for Disrupt right now in terms of like fragging potential. Like, this is such a good map for them with the way that the bans have gone.
Yeah. Really, the momentum has been all on Disrupt's side. But once again, we've been in this situation before. We've seen the Soniqs, this exact situation before. Not against Disrupt, but it was against Vicious on Consulate. Vicious had a 5-2 lead. We saw the Soniqs swing back with 5 unanswered rounds to take home a W in what was honestly one of the most dramatic fashions we've seen in Season 9 for North American Challenger League.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very, very kind of decisive match for Disrupt to try and bring themselves back into that top 4. They have been kind of clawing their way towards. So, and they do win this matchup, of course, and they do win it 7-2. Like, they take the next 2 rounds on the trot, and they win it 7-2. That does actually mean they win their head-to-head matchup, and if they do end up drawing with points as Soniqs by the end of the season, they do win that difference.
Yeah, so Neptunes will be playing upstairs inside a console office, which is going to be located in the closet, like most people call. But the solo roam coming out from Neptunes.
This is it's like a rat spot, right? If you play it well, you can sit in there for a long time. I mean, Joystick doing this in Pro League, and no one droned him out. The visual being here is also pretty powerful, but just having that upstairs roam, and you know, this is kind of how we're playing it. I don't know if Sonic's gonna be able to play it the same way.
Yeah, so Neptunes will elect to drop down the hatch. Given time, hopefully Disrupt will find out sooner rather than later that he's left his position. Super inside of the bathroom with the soft mirror, of all things. Really interesting. Yeti will be moving on down the yellow stairs, so we'll see how this plays on out. Yeti gonna open up the wall Neptune's ever so close, sitting inside a piano. Will be there for the trade should Neptune's fall. Half the round has already gone through and nothing has been gained so far.
Nothing has been gained whatsoever. It's a 5v5 still, as you mentioned. Super and Neptune's both still on this drone control. And so we go, was like Yeti going to try and do some work with the buck, but unable to get too much control yet, and they don't have any picks on the board, and they don't really seem to have too much control either. It probably will have to be just a backside take on Super Reed. Going to play onto the yellow says what he can do because of the pre-fires. This could be Mo Digger who takes down Neptune to start with, but Avian and Super both find kills of their own, and now all of a sudden it's a 4v3 situation. This is not looking too good at all for Disrupt. They're starting to try and move their way into the site, but they're starting to run out of time.
Is running out indeed. Less than 45 seconds left to play. Super's rotated upstairs, but he'll be taken down by Yeti at the bottom. About 35 seconds left to play. Garage wall has been opened, even split at a 3v3. Modiga and Yeti upstairs with Evil Waffle outside of the garage. 30 seconds left to play. Second charge will be used. Aven will be situated on the south side. White van, 20 seconds moving on through. Evil Waffle needs to come through and make this plant happen. Getting going for some free fires on the yellow stairs into cafeteria. Time is running out for Disrupt. Evil Waffle needs to make a move happen. He'll have to plant on through the smoke, but he can't. It'll be a down coming out from Aven on the white side. The white van. Clouds coming out. This is going to be a favor of Soniqs. Modiga, despite finding two, can't find the third. The Soniqs will barely escape with their lives and win out round number 8.
Unfortunate right there for the short, but just so much time wasted on a roam clear. And actually this is interesting now. So in terms of, so let's assume that Disrupt now win the next 2 rounds and they go 7-3. I don't know what that actually means for the tiebreaker, because then both matches would have been 7-3. They'd have the exact same round differences in head-to-head. I think then it goes off of round difference overall in the league. So really, you're leaving it up to a big chance there. But if Soniqs manage to get 1 round on the board now, then they do win that tiebreaker. So this is definitely an important round for Soniqs. These next 2 are definitely big important rounds. Of course, they want to win the game, but honestly, that tiebreaker can be a killer at the end of the season.
Yeah, that can be indeed. This is actually the first time in this match we're going to be seeing the Soniqs take the bomb site of Teller's Archives.
But not the first time we've seen Soniqs go.
Right. This matchup alone will be the first time they're playing here. And I also think what a lot of people feel is the misconception with this bomb site is that they feel sometimes that Visa is also part of Teller's, when it really isn't. You need to plant inside of the office, not outside. So teams will normally try to favor taking control of the garage. Yeah, my misconception, but I've also talked to other players too, thinking that they can just go for a double door rush plant inside of Tellers and it'll be easy peasy.
Yeah, as you say, it is not a Visa site, it is Tellers, just where Ghost is. That room you have to plant there, or you have to play Archives. There's quite a few ways you can take this, but I feel like a decent way still is the vertical play. You can kind of get away with it here. And also, like a garage site take. I think a garage site take tends to be the most typical for this site.
That could be, yeah, but Modiga will be moving on through the garage as we saw Spades outside of the Teller's double door. But moving on through, this looks to be more of a garage take, and I think Spades just trying to provide some kind of distraction over by the Tellers. I think it was Neptune sitting inside the Tellers all by himself. Yeah, so he'll be sitting outside, but Spades coming up big with the frag onto Neptune through the window. Doc dead, and a very huge frag. This spells well now for Disrupt that they have the man advantage, and they can place themselves on a dedicated flank watch.
Yeah, definitely very good indeed. And again, Nep going down so early on, really not having a good game today compared to his earlier performance on Oregon against Tune Squad. Yeah, not looking too good for him at all, but this is looking really good for Disrupt just in terms of timing as well.
I think Ghost was trying to find the Mute Gem to save, but otherwise, that Mujammer and the Mirror will fall to the Twitch drone and the Thatcher EMP. Minute 20 left to work with now. Disrupt on the rise of moving on through, but Spades already taken control of Visa, so really well. Now Spades is actually in the side of Tellers as we speak. Use these angles above. Trying to see if he can take down Ghost, but Ghost will fall. Reed sitting inside the cafeteria, but Evil Waffle is there for the trade. And if Evil Waffle plays this right, he can rotate up the Visa stairs. He'll trade places with Spades. He'll go for the plant. Modiga takes down Goddess. This is really not good for Disrupt. Modiga will fall. Spades gets his trade. It's all up to Avian on Spiral Stairs. 45 seconds left to play out. Avian takes some pot shots over at Evil Waffle, but Modiga is there for the frag. Match point. W point for Disrupt. Things are looking very prime for Disrupt to take this round.
That was so chaotic towards the end because Spades had control of the site for like 30 seconds. He was sat in the site. And this has happened so much in this matchup where Disrupt are literally just in the site and there's no one there from Soniqs to stop them gaining control. But yeah, that is not good. We are going to see a console office and meeting room defense, however, which could potentially be the final round of this matchup. But Soniqs really not looking good here so far. And of course, they cannot get the win here. Disrupt will at least get the draw.
Could it come to that? Yeah. The way that Disrupt has been playing, we'll have a 6-pick come out from Evil Waffle, from the Thermite to the Hibana. A really good call, considering that it's a console office bomb site. Super switching away from the Vigil to the Valkyrie. I think on IQ coming out? No, we did not. Okay, so it'll be... This is all for the marbles. If Disrupt wants to tie against Soniqs, they need this round to go in their favor. Otherwise, if Soniqs wins out this round, they can kiss their playoffs there. Well, not necessarily goodbye. They'll just have to win a lot more, depending on how the season goes. So this round is absolutely crucial for both of these teams. Meanwhile, on the Disrupt side of things, Spades and Modiga leading the charge with double-digit frags. Yeti not too far behind with 8. As for the Sonic side of things, Super, Avian, and Ghost following in line with a 9-8-7 kill feed, while Goddess and Super Neptunes, really surprisingly, Neptunes has been fragged out every single round this entire matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Spades has done really, really well on the Twitch, and I'm telling you, it's literally the frag potential of Twitch. We also did talk a lot about Spades earlier, that he has one of the highest costs right now in CL. So yeah, he's definitely been like the kind of star player of this roster, and he's definitely proving it today as well. But as we move further through, this is going to be match point. I would say this is pretty much said and done for Disrupt right now. Their attacks have looked pretty impressive so far across the board. Obviously, Claymores are going to go down on that piano run out to make sure that no one can go through them. So it does look like it's going to be a console take, but there's no smokes. So maybe not a console.
No, we've seen Disrupt move on through to take a admin take sometimes. Yeti will actually be on the bottom of yellow stairs, depending how he plays this out. Neptunes will go down. He'll actually be at 1 HP. Yeti getting super close, but he'll be down on top of the yellow stairs. Unfortunately, the time will not work out in the favor. Neptune's getting very lit up, finally pitted out by Spades, and Neptunes will fall to a 2-10 stat sheet. Unfortunately, things are now looking good yet again for Disrupt, with Yeti situated over by the benches.
Spades holding on to Spirals to see what he can do. I'm not going to see any picks going down just yet. Really early smoke coming out from Ghost, but that's going to allow him to rotate all the way through into the bathroom and still hold it down. But it is a 5v4 situation. As you mentioned, Nep getting picked so early on. Pretty much every single round he's been picked. He's been the opening death. That is devastating for him.
It'd be really interesting to see the stats come out from Siege GP, but right as we're talking about that, Ghost gets a very aggressive pick onto Modiga. It's now a 4v4, and Ghost shotgun in hand. He can take some pretty good control of yellow stairs, but meanwhile, Spades moving on the backside, on through into copy. Super downstairs by benches. Spades will take down Ghost. This is really well. Finds another frag onto Goddess. Reloading! Off Ghost 2v4. Avian a ton of damage, but with Spades sitting at the long desk, he'll take down Avian. All up to Super in a 1v4. Can he clutch it out? Moving on through, finds one onto Yeti. Can he find a second? He takes a lot of shots, but Reed is there to shut him down. And DG moves on 7-3, tying the Soniqs. And this is a really interesting moment, considering how it went out.
Yeah, and that means that the head-to-head matchup will actually be tied out, so that's a very interesting part of that. But very, very well played to Disrupt Gaming there, and of course they will take the win against Soniqs. They'll have their revenge at a similar scoreline. Great map for Disrupt, and I think Soniqs went into that matchup with a very different idea of what they were going to be going into that with, especially with the operator bans as well. I think that was kind of the more confusing aspect, that they were banning out the operators according to their own strategy rather than about the team that they were playing against.
Spade's absolutely on a massive heater that entire matchup, especially that last round going nuclear. I honestly don't think that Disrupt could have played that round out any better. Very great coordination coming out from all of Disrupt, and unfortunately, Goddess and Neptunes couldn't really find any kind of groove moving on, and a really great job for Disrupt to be able to shut down Neptunes pretty much every single start of the round. I don't know if he was opening death every single round, but the moment Neptunes gets fragged off, he kind of cools down and can't really find that flame to move on through. That's really the catalyst that propelled Disrupt's win. So a very great job to Disrupt, winning out 7-3. Spades with a 15 bomb to win it all. And with a tiebreaker sitting at the same rounds, they're both sitting at 14-6.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Anyway, we're going to take a very short break before we'll be back with an interview with Yeti, the winner of the Disrupt side. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.